What it is, what it do, it's your boy Powerhouse, and this is Eagles Powerhouse Nation, and we got a lot of Eagles business to discuss. But before we get into the nitty gritty, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get all the latest and greatest. I just realized that my tongue is red. But anyway, I was drinking fruit punch. But anyway, let's get into the topic of the story. Now, I'm assuming that everybody who sees the Philadelphia Eagles in the title, Philadelphia Eagles in the description, Philadelphia Eagles all over the whole channel, but then see Julio Jones is able to put it together, what I'm about to talk about. But for those who don't know, there's trade rumors that the Eagles might acquire Julio Jones. So the question is for this video, should we acquire Julio Jones? And really, it's a two-part answer to that question, depending on what the answer is. If the Eagles think that, here's my opinion, if the Eagles think that they are going to compete this year, which some of the moves already indicate that that's what they think, Ryan Kerrigan, for example, if they think that they're able to compete this year and they don't want to wait to try to see what they have at wide receiver, then I would say go right on ahead and grab Julio Jones, because instant starter, instant. Honestly, you could arguably make the case that the Eagles could end up having the best wide receiving corps by the end of this upcoming year, when everything is said and done, if you grab Julio Jones. So now, if you are trying to rebuild, which I honestly don't see that that being that way with some of the moves that they have been making so far, it really does seem like they're trying to compete right now. They're not trying to wait. So if that is the case and that's what they want to do, they want to rebuild, then I don't think we should get Julio Jones, because what do you have to give up in order to get Julio Jones, who you don't know how long he's going to last? Now, I don't put a cap on people's careers anymore, because you see Tom Brady, you seen when Drew Brees decided to go, you see. So people be in for a long time before they end up going. I forget the guy off of the Vikings who was actually really good at corner, and he ended up staying till he was like 37 at corner, and he was actually the best corner on the team at the time. It was during the Super Bowl year. But anyway, if you in rebuild mode, why would you get an older player like Julio Jones? If you want to win next year and compete next year, try to get as far as you can go, get Julio Jones. Do I think that Julio Jones will make a big difference in the Eagles offense? Hell yeah. He'll make a big difference. Anybody that say that Julio Jones is washed up, you need to wash up, because your breath stink. So, but I lost my train of thought when I said that. But anyway, yeah, like, me personally, do I want Julio Jones? You can't not want Julio Jones, but I also want to see what these guys can do on the team. And at this point, you bring in another wide receiver, and now you're talking about a crowded backfield. But Julio Jones would solve the issue of, what if these guys don't pan out? What if, let's say Rager gets it together and Devontae Smith is everything that we want him to be, but everybody else just go down the toilet? Well, you got the starting lineup, if you were to get Julio Jones, would be Devontae and Julio on the outside. Dog going crazy over here. I'll show him in a different video. But yeah, we could look real quick. But anyway, yeah, so you would have Devontae Smith and Julio Jones on the outside, Rager on the inside. That's not that bad. That's not bad at all. So, yeah. I think that we should get Julio Jones, but as long as it doesn't cost too much. I'm not giving up any of the first from next year for Julio Jones, especially after the phone call came out with Julio Jones and Shannon Sharp. That came out and he actually said he doesn't want to be there anymore. So what the hell do I look like giving you a first round pick that I could just use for something else later in the year for a person that wants to leave any damn way? That ain't happening. So the Philadelphia Eagles is gonna, I think, is gonna pass on Julio Jones. But I do want him. I want him. But it is what it is. Can't have it all. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Should the Eagles pursue Julio Jones? And if so, do you think that would make us the best wide receiving corps in the division? Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. And with that, I'm going.